What's up, guys? I hope you're good. I hope everybody is having a good time and you're taking good care of yourself. So, on today's episode, I just want to talk about the actual reason why this had to start. So, remember, I mentioned when I was reintroducing myself that my general practitioner, Dr. Boitumelo, recommended that I start a channel and I share my journey with regards to my mental health. So, the real reason is with your mental health, everything is different, right? So what works for me might not work for you. So if your way of coping with whatever you're dealing with is through medication, then that's fine. Then there are people like me who just don't feel like that's the best way to go about things. So that's why I wanted to start this, because I'm just so exhausted. I'm really tired of having to share with people that this is what I was diagnosed with, and the first thing they do is ask what medication I'm taking. But what if I don't want to take it? So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about how we are so easy to jump into the medication route, whereas there are so many other things that we can actually do to help ourselves instead of trying to do that. For me, I used to take antidepressants, and then there were anxiety pills. Apparently they were supposed to help me with my anxiety, and on the other hand, I think it was antipsychotics, which were working as mood stabilizers. Listen, I'm not against the whole thing, but on my end, I just prefer not to, because I feel like, what is the point of trying to treat something? Let's make an example. I'm trying to treat depression, and yet when I read the first side effect of the pills that I'm taking is that I'm gonna be much more depressed, and on top of that I might have more suicidal thoughts, which is something that I'm actually trying to fight. So I don't see the point of me trying to inject myself with more of what I already have. So I then started to look at it in a different way, attending therapy, and also just trying by all means to do things that support my mental health and not really put me in much more stress than I already am in. So I think that's better on my end. So I'm not taking any medication, of which a lot of doctors were like, no, but we never advise a patient to stop taking medication because it's a chemical imbalance. Yeah, but it's not helping. If the medication is not helping me, then what is the point of wasting my money on it if it's not gonna help me at the end of the day? So what I'm trying to say is, if you haven't tried that, you can if you want to, and if you feel that it might work for you. So what I've been doing on my end, I stopped medication completely. I'm using nothing at all. So what I've been doing is just interacting more with people, and doing what I love the most, so that I just avoid situations and people. And I had to do a lot of cutting off. Not the new year, new me, I'm cutting people off, but I'm still going back to the toxic people. No, like completely cut people off that are not helping you grow, the people that are not helping you better yourself, or that are not helping you improve your mental health. They just cause you stress and frustration and everything else. You just have to cut them off. Even if they're family, unfortunately, your mental health comes first. So I had to do that, cut those people off. Secondly, do what you love. And perfection is actually a toxic thing it's a toxic trap that we put ourselves in. We want everything to be perfect. We want everything to go according to our timeline that we have set in our heads. And that's another major problem. That's a major problem, because it causes you a lot of anxiety. Now you feel like you're not sticking to your timeline. You feel like you're not doing things like you're supposed to be doing them, because you see someone else doing the same thing and it seems like they have more progress than you. So you start comparing yourself to abanye abantu, and which is not a way to go. Trust me, it's not. So you work with your own pace, and your journey is different. It's not supposed to be like someone else's. And yeah, medication just never worked for me. Honestly, I've been just doing me. And also meditation has been helping me a lot. Art helps a lot, whether painting or anything really. Just cater for that creative side of yours. do that as well. Listen to music, attend shows, do things that make you happy, do things that make you feel alive. Because I think I have a friend of mine who was complimented. They said to her, "You look much more alive." So try to do things that keep you alive, that bring out that inner child. That is what helps. Otherwise, if the medication doesn't work for you, then don't force it. Don't force it. And what helps, I got a therapist after I had 7 failed relationships with therapists. Either the person ghosts me or the person just decides that I just need to focus on much more important things, because apparently the issues that were stressing me out were not that much of serious issues. I was supposed to focus on school, apparently, which was very weird to me, because that lady just did weird things. So I never really had a very productive relationship with therapists until I met one doctor, Dr. Liebenberg. Dr. Liebenberg just made my life much more easier. Shout out to you, Doc. You are amazing. So what I was taught I had a few sessions. It wasn't really a lot, but the conversations that we had really changed the way I looked at my mental health. So what he taught me was to find parts of my body that I can use to escape that anxiety vibe when I'm having a panic attack, when I feel like things are getting too much, when I'm getting overwhelmed. You just find that one thing that works for you. So with me, obviously breathing exercises help from time to time, but sometimes you forget about that when you're having a panic attack or an anxiety attack. But what really helped is just finding those body parts. So just find it. It can be toes. My body parts are toes. So when I start moving my toes around, I know I have to change my ways. When I start breathing in a weird way, I know I have to change my ways, because now, all of that helps. It really does help. So it's small things. Journaling has been helping me a lot. I try by all means to write down my feelings so that I understand exactly how I feel. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by emotions that we are not familiar with. So familiarize yourself with what you're feeling. Write it down. If you feel like you just want to drop the world on someone's head, write it down. It's fine. Something that makes sense to you. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Write how you feel. Write how you would like to feel. Everything that you would like to experience or how you want your journey to go, just write it down. It's going to happen. I don't know how, but it actually does happen. So just write it down. Do that and have more time with yourself. Sometimes we want to be around a lot of people because we are afraid of facing ourselves. And that's why we delay our healing process so much, because we just want validation. We want to belong. We want people to, approve of what we're feeling, but that's not important. What's important is for you to be comfortable in whatever decision you make. Be comfortable in yourself, your own skin, and then you'll be good. You don't need anyone else to approve or to tell you you have to take this and leave that. Do what works for you. Do what makes you happy. What matters is that you are being yourself in all of that. You're not influenced by someone else. Maybe the person has enlightened you, but the decision at the end of the day lies with you. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm surviving. I'm not going to say the road is smooth. It's not. Sometimes I just feel like, I really don't want to do this. I just want to sleep. Also, that's important. Acknowledging how you feel. If you're sad, it's okay. It doesn't mean you're relapsing. It doesn't mean that you are failing. It just means it's just another bad day. It's just another bad day and you're going to be fine. So, yeah, I think that is all that I have to share with you. Otherwise, stay good. Stay hydrated. Be okay with whatever comes, with whatever goes. Anything and everything that you want will happen and it will go in your favor. You just need to trust the process. I'm not sure if the process knows that we trust it sometimes, but I know that, it's listening some way. We're going to be good. Just don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself. Don't chase perfection because it doesn't exist. Just do what works for you. Do what you love. Stay true to yourself. And everything else will fall into place as it should. Love you loads. Bye.